Hello, Donna. Hello, Becky. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming to watch me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. What are you guys working on? Anybody crocheting? Let me know what you're working on. I'm working on Cheryl's order. I got an order from Cheryl. Hello, Salem. Salem, what are you working on now? I seen your pumpkins. I seen the little pumpkins that you did. They're so cute. This cotton yarn is very easy to split too. Did I do that one right? Go back and get both loops. Can you guys hear the birds singing? I am here but not here. That's okay. Yeah, just put me on and let me play while you go to the store if you can. Sometimes I log into people's lives and it's like I can't listen, I can't watch, but I'll support you. Oh, a tote of whips, stuffies that need vases and such. Oh, vases I find are the hardest, like the thing I dread the most. Can you guys hear the birds? Might be a little loud. I just turned it down a little bit. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Salem. Michelle Aspen is here. Hello, Christina. Oh, no, not Christina. Katrina. Hello, everybody. We've got eight people in here. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to work up, trying to get 4,000 watch hours. So I need the watch. I need your eyes. I need at least your phone or your TV or something playing playing this. You don't have to be paying attention, just playing it. Aspen, is it still snowing or did it stop snowing? It is chilly here. The sun is trying to peek out, but I haven't seen the sun. I don't know why I haven't seen the sun because it looks like blue skies, but I have not seen the sun. I don't know what's up. Chicky Poo. Hello, Chicky Poo. She's listening while driving. Awesome. Thank you. I need all the people I can get just to watch for an hour, and that will give me, like, if all of you right now watch for an hour, that'll give me 14 hours. Now it's 11. I lost 3 people there in 1 second. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you're on the outside watching, come in here and just join us. We're doing some fun crocheting. I am working on an order for Cheryl from, I cannot remember where Cheryl's from, but in any event, I almost want to say it's like Arkansas, Alabama, Arkansas. I might be totally wrong. I might be trying to figure out where, Florida. It could be anywhere. But it was, her name was Cheryl, and she ordered some washcloths or dishcloths. So that's what I'm making right now. I've got one done and I've got one in the works here. It's not snowing, but everything is still frozen. Yeah, it's cold. You hear them and they sound lovely. Don't they sound like I'm in like a forest? If I could have a filter of like Snow White, like in the forest, I would be like, oh, I'm Snow White. Sophie always calls me Snow White because I love animals. And I feed the birdies behind my house. And we used to have 7 bunnies behind there. And those little cute little bunnies would come to my house every day. And they must have been raised by the quails because they would eat the bird seed. And they were the sweetest, trustingest little bunnies. So never destructive. Just so sweet and innocent. And we went on a trip to Toronto. No, not Toronto. Or was it Toronto? Um, we went out west, whatever the big city is out west in Canada. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, we went there. I know. It is so like dead silence here. But we went on a trip to Canada, and it was a 3-day trip. We left on a Monday. I fed them. I seen them and fed them on a Monday. And then when I got back Thursday, somebody had unalived them, and that was so sad. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was a neighbor or what, but they were all gone. So sad. It was just so heartbreaking, and it was my birthday that I found them, so that was not fun. So I have not had one little bunny back there since that, and that was 2 years, almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years this March that they've been all gone. I don't know who did it, why they did it, but that was so sad. Oh, it sounds like it's going to be storming on my sound player here. I know, it's so weird. It's so silent. It's so boring. All right, I'm working on number 2 here of the dishcloths for Cheryl's order. Hello. I just do, Michelle, a simple half double crochet. Let me try to put the camera down a little bit and angle it a little bit. So this is, I have a tutorial. I have a tutorial on my YT channel, my YouTube. I'm on YouTube, so I can say YouTube, hopefully. So I have a tutorial on how to make a dish scrubby, or not a dish scrubby, a dishcloth. And then I have tutorials on how to make the virus shawl. It's a 2-part, and eventually it's going to be a 3-part. And then I have 2 tutorials on how to make a hair scrunchie. I've got one that's medium, you know, like regular speed making a hair scrunchie, and then one that's super slow. I know all these platforms have just all these rules, and all the rules are different. I really got to look up all the rules on YT and just be careful on this channel too. I know for YouTube, they're really concerned with you playing music, so they don't want you to play any music. So it's just going to be silent. It's so silent. I don't know if you're allowed to sing. I don't know how people play. Seems to me that a lot of people will game and play video games live on YouTube, and don't video games have sound? How does that work? Don't they use music in the, or do they not use music? I don't know. I don't play any games, but oh, awesome. I am so glad, Salem. I am glad I'm helping anybody. They say if you can help one person, then that is awesome. So I'm glad I helped you. I'm going to be making more. I'm going to be making a tutorial maybe today if I have time of doing the circle rounds that I do for the facial rounds. That is by, all right, I wrote myself a little note here. So I would have, oh, it's from Winding Road Crochet. Winding Road Crochet, but I'm gonna I'm gonna do it and make a tutorial. And then I'm gonna see about making another video. I've got to make content every week. So today is one of my days to make content because I don't have to go out today. So hopefully I'll get some content to make some other, yeah, to see some other videos because you got to get some more videos up. I've thought of maybe doing a long video of taking all of my yarn down and caking and putting it back up, but that sounds so daunting. That sounds like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to take the yarn down. Just thinking about it. It's like my husband had bought some new flooring to put, we only have carpeting in the bedrooms, and he bought flooring, LVP, to put on the flooring, and just the thought of like moving everything to do the flooring is like, I can't even handle that. It's like, my brain cannot handle that. So I have it in my bedroom and then the spare bedroom and then out here. So it's just 3 rooms and my closet. Why are they, I don't want to get in trouble. Why are they playing music? Z, play forest sounds.
How about sleep sounds, rainforest sounds? It's rated 3.0 stars by over 2,700 people. Or you can ask for more options.
Yes.
Okay, here's sleep sounds, rainforest sounds.
All right. Let's see what this sounds like. Yeah, guys, and put in the comments if you're watching a YT channel, put in the comments what you want to see for tutorials, because then I can like make those things if I can. I don't want to make like specific things, like the cat pillow is somebody's pattern, so I don't want to exactly do that. But something basic, like those facial rounds are just a basic circle. That's all it is. It's a circle. So I feel like I could do that and just give her credit on it. But I don't want to do a tutorial on someone's specialty item, because that's like, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Okay, so I gotta keep going. Is this playing anything? Right. I cannot remember where Cheryl is from. I hate that when I look at the order and I say, oh, she's from this state. And then I totally cannot remember like where she is from. So there's 23 people in here. Let me know what project you're working on right now. I want to see all of your projects. What are you working on? Is there anybody working on like a star blanket? I've got to like write down. That's one thing. Does anybody else have a list of things they want to like make and try? And it's in their head, not written down. I want to write down my wish list of things to do. Maybe that could be a video. Maybe I'll make a video of the top 10 things I want to try to make and figure out how to make that video. There's so many like techniques of things, like one of the last couple of videos I made, I figured out how to do chapters or like time stamping where people could skip ahead. I figured out how to do that. Like I'm slowly learning on YouTube. I've been trying to watch at night, like how to make good YouTube titles, how to make good thumbnails, how to be successful on YouTube. I've been watching all of that and I've been trying to implement, you know, things in my videos, my thumbnails. I'm trying to like learn and grow as much as I can here on YouTube. So I am a very new channel. I don't think I've been up here a month yet. So I am just trying. So any advice, if any of you have been on YouTube for years and you have any advice, let me know. You'll see me learning and trying new things. But one of the things I want to try is to do a video where I will show like other, like I know how to show my projects, but I haven't like showed other people's specific projects. So I've got to learn how to do that. Maybe I'll do like a video on projects I want to try, like my wish list that I want to try. But what are you guys working on? I would like to see the fingerless gloves. Okay, so the fingerless gloves is Michelle, no, Ashley, let's see. No, it's Michelle, no, wait a minute. The fingerless gloves is, it's coming to me. Something Davis. Something Davis. Catherine Davis. I think it's Catherine Davis's pattern. So I will see about making a tutorial for those. But the thing about it is that lots of times I will follow somebody's pattern and then I just change it up because I want to do it differently. Like I find a way to do it differently. And I only have 2 fingerless gloves left on my shop. So I need to make more. So that is a great suggestion. That is an excellent suggestion because I've got to make more. So what are you guys working on like right now? What are your projects? I know that Allie's working on a huge gingerbread blanket Afghan type thing. And it's going to be spectacular. I've got to ask Allie, hello, I'm weaving in ends on granny squares. Ooh, Jay, that is a big project. How many granny squares? Do you weave in all at the end or you do it one at a time? I have seen, okay, if you make a granny square, right, like a million granny squares, and you make a blanket out of them, how many of you sew in the ends before you turn them into a blanket, like sewing them together? I would never sew a blanket together without having all of the ends sewn in first on all of my granny squares. How many of you do that? How many of you do not? Oh, popcorn garland. Oh, fun. Fun. Are you stuffing the popcorn at all, or is it just puppy stitches? Becky. Beanies. Angie's still working. Are you doing the baby beanies? Was that you that was doing baby beanies? Or is that somebody else? Welcome, guys. I'd love to see all of my regular friends in here. We've got about 20 people. Just stitches, yeah. You sew mine as you go. Awesome, Michelle. Yeah, I try to do that. Or lots of times, like on these cat pillow covers, when I get to the end of the square, I'll just pull it out because I want to do the invisible join. And I sort of do it all at the same time, like after the fact. Like I'll pump out the squares and then I'll go back and I'll sew in all the ends, like assembly line. But I would never sew like a blanket or a project together with granny squares and not sew in the ends first. I just would not do that. Last night I was watching, I love to watch, her name is Emma, and I think her name is Made in the Moment on here on YT. Does anybody follow her? I love to follow her. I love her. She reminds me of like a news, not a news broadcaster, but somebody on TV that does like, she's so educational. Like when she talks, she's got that voice and that just her mannerisms. She's so perfect for YouTube deep dives and stuff. I just love the things that she talks about and goes into. And I love watching her YT videos. Last night I was watching her. I subscribe to her. And she is just so cute. And then her partner is just the absolute cutest. I think it's Jada is her. Oh, I'm done. I'm done another one. So when I can fold it and it can make a nice, So if I'm short, it'll go like this. It'll fold, it won't go. But if I can go to the end and it looks, that's it. So I've got another one done. And I was never a blanket girl, but I've made, this year I think I made 4 blankets. I know I made that one over there that I have for sale. And then I have this one over here for sale. I have a scrappy. Can you see the scrappy? I have that scrappy blanket for sale. And then I have the big puffy green and white variegated one with the big fluffy yarn. That's for sale. And then I made Sophie one this year. And I made 2 other ones that sold. So how many is that all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blankets this year, plus everything else that I do. Okay, so my next colorway is going to be this colorway. All right, this one is one of my favorite, absolute favorite colorways for cotton yarn on the cone. And this one is Summerfield Ombre. I wrote the name in the cone. So Summerfield Ombre is this one. This one is the most gorgeous colorway I have ever seen for cotton yarn. Look at that. I mean, that is just screaming, Melody, buy this and make something with this. This one is so beautiful. This is my favorite color in the entire world, I think, for cotton yarn. It's so Christmassy, campy, lodgy, woodsy, just, it looks like tartan plaid, right? It's just gorgeous. I love that one. This one I don't love so much. It's kind of too coppery, but it's still pretty, but it's kind of too coppery for me. All right, this color is, all right, I stuck the tag in here. This one is Sugar and Cream, Lily Sugar and Cream, and this color is Woodland Trail Ombre. That is this one, Woodland Trail Ombre. And this one is pretty too. This is woodsy, very woodsy, but it's just a little too coppery. I wish they'd have put maybe some black. If they'd have put black in here, it would have been really cute, because this color has like a dark green. I don't think it has black, but the color, this color, whatever it is. All right, so it goes from the rust to almost a black, but they should have put that dark color into here. That would have been so cute. Adult to donate here in NYC. Oh my gosh. That when I see, I watch videos of that every night, and I still cannot believe those people. They lost everything. They lost family. They lost every single thing that they owned. They lost pets. They lost their entire house, like everything in their kitchen, everything in their bedroom. Their house is gone. They have no clothes, no vehicle. Their cars are gone. No vehicle, no papers, no identification papers, important papers, pictures, movies. They have clothes. Everything was washed away, and it's such a travesty and a disaster, and it hasn't been on the news. And so I've been watching it on YouTube. YouTube is the one place that I know I can come to, YouTube and TikTok, to go see things that are actually happening. And it's so sad. Summer Sunday 4, you found me. Good morning. All right, so I have finished 2 dishcloths. All right, if you're keeping track, I have 2 finished. I got to do 2 more to finish this order for Cheryl. I cannot remember where Cheryl's from. I wish I'd have looked when I was on my break, when I was switching from my TikTok live to this YouTube live. 1, 2, 3. Caught. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, there should be 30. Be alive, to be alive. I hate the no music thing. It is so, it's so sad. Angie, are you the one that's like an hour away? My heart breaks for those people. It really does. I just cannot. And winter is coming now, right? Is it getting really cold where you guys are? Like here in southern Utah, it's not bad. It's in the, it got down to like 40 last night was the coldest it got down to last night, and that's still cold. But a lot of those people, survivors now, are living in a tent and they have absolutely nothing, and it's so heartbreaking. I even thought about that last night, yesterday when I was at the movies. I'm thinking, here I am, I'm sitting in the movies, um, you know, and I'm eating candy in the movies here, and there's people in North Carolina that have lost not everything, and they have nothing. And I just thought, you know, gosh, I'm so lucky to be here, not there. I thought about those people when I was sitting in the movies, comfortable. All right, so I'm doing another foundation chain. Does anybody know? It probably took me about 40 minutes, probably 40 minutes or so to make that other one. If I was using acrylic, it would go a lot faster, but using this stiff cotton yarn, especially on this first row, really slows me down getting in here. Do we have anybody that's brand new that has never seen me before? Hendersonville, beside Asfield, yes, cold at night. I had 3 people drown. Oh no. In their home, a mile up the road. Oh, it is so sad. I mean, so sad. People lost family right in front of themselves. Oh, the stories that you have been hearing and seeing is just heartbreaking. Just it's things that you see and hear that your mind can't even comprehend how awful it is. And I just don't know why in the world we're not focusing on that instead of other things that we're seeing on TV. Like, get down there and show how these people are what's happening, you know? It's just so heart-wrenching. All right, I'm trying to go into this foundation chain. So has anybody watched my tutorial on how to do these washcloths? Because I'm doing them right now. I did a tutorial here. You can watch a tutorial on how to do these cute washcloths. It's just heartbreaking, Angie. Absolutely heartbreaking. You were so lucky that you weren't involved in that. I mean, it was just heartbreaking. I don't know anybody personally that was involved in that, but that it has to be one of the worst things I've ever seen, like ever seen in my life on TV. Just heartbreaking. That and another thing that was really awful was the fire. Remember up in Paradise, the fire in Paradise? That was another, like, what am I watching? Like, how is this happening? You know, when you see things that you can't even like believe are happening, that was another situation where it was like, what is going on? And it's just nature, right? Both of those things were nature. Just man is never going to win over nature when nature decides to show its wrath, I'm telling you. All right, so I am just plugging away here. I'm doing a half double crochet. So what I do on these washcloth, and they're so basic, just basic, but I will chain 30 and then I will just half double crochet. Hello, good morning. Dee, I went on my live, I think before 10 o'clock on TikTok, and then I think I was on there before 10. And then I set an alarm for 35 minutes. And then as soon as I got off, I got on here around, I went to the bathroom and then I started this live. I would say a minute maybe after 10:30. So maybe I've been on for almost a half an hour. Oh, let me look. Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, I've been on for 30 minutes and 41 seconds. It shows me right up here. I don't know if you guys can see the duration, but it's telling me I've been on for 30 minutes and some seconds. I'm trying to get up to 4,000 watch hours, guys. So anytime you guys can go to my YT channel and watch some videos, tutorials, I would appreciate that. Just put them on, go in the shower, make your supper, whatever you got to do, your lunch, let it roll. I've got an order to do for Cheryl, so that's what I'm working on now. So yesterday during my live, I got a notification that I had a sale, and I totally forgot about it. Went off with Sophie because I had to go like pick up Sophie, and we went on our movie date. And then I got back. Oh, I checked when I was writing in the tracking numbers. I'm like, oh, I got a sale. I forgot about that. So the sale was, I got an order, and the order was for dishcloths from Cheryl. And I cannot remember what state Cheryl is from at all. But I was like, okay, I gotta make dishcloths because I'm sold out. I don't have any in stock. So I'm making 4 more. So I made 1 last night. And D, I printed up my pattern for my, it's gonna be called, okay, the poncho is gonna be called Easy Peasy Poncho. Easy peasy poncho pattern. So I've written it up, and I'm testing it a couple times by myself, like reading the instructions and doing it by myself. And I have the like written up directions for it, but I've got to add like all the other stuff. Like I've got to copy and paste all of my, and I tried to do it in Canva, and I think what I need to do is rewrite it in Docs and do it in Docs to where I could copy and paste and do like, because I think what I want to have is like the same cover, the same page 2 telling instructions, and then page 3 or whatever will be the pattern, and then page 4, because I'm going to be using the same instructions from how to put the fringe on. So a lot of this is going to be repetitive except for the actual pattern and the pictures. I want to try to do one and take pictures of all the stages. Yeah, so it's getting close. It's getting close. Hello, Donna. How are you? Yeah, so it's on, the pattern is on the computer. All right, it's gotten from my notes, and I keep going back and redoing it. So I do my poncho like 2 different ways. Sometimes I will do the chain and connect the chain and go from there. But I find it really hard, really easy to twist the chain. I've never twisted my chain, but to me in my mind, I'm thinking that would be really hard sometimes for beginners not to twist the chain, to do a chain and not twist it. Even though sometimes I'll do the way that you stick your yarn in and you work on it, but I think that's super hard to explain in a pattern. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to write the pattern up where you're doing the border in a straight line and then you're connecting it at the end. I think I'm going to try that. And then sometimes I will connect it after the first row. I'll connect it, and then I'll go up from there. So I've got to decide, like, Melody, which way is the easiest, because I want it to be easy peasy. So I've done it 3 different ways, and I've got to decide which is the easiest way for people, especially beginners, to do it. I just connect with a chain, but I'm so afraid that people will twist their chain. I don't know. Because I make like the border, the cuff border. So I'm just wondering, is it easier to connect the chain and just say don't twist your chain and do the border stitches? Or should you do the border stitches and then connect, which is sort of easier not to twist because you're connecting, you know, like this, you're connecting it. So it's easier not to twist this type of thing. Connect it and go from there. And you just got to sew, you know, you just got to then, when you're sewing up the ends, just connect it a little bit better. That might be a good tutorial, connect the chain. Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering, it's very easy to twist the chain. I know if I'm doing like a handbag or something, and I've got to do that long bag for the strap, and then it says don't twist your chain, I'm always like, oh, I'm horrified I'm going to twist the chain. I'm horrified that I'm going to twist a chain. So I'm thinking with my pattern that I might write it to do like the border cuff around like a straight border and then connect it, because I think that's easy peasy. I mean, do you guys agree or not? Not agree? That's the easiest way to like not twist the chain, is to do the border like this and then connect it. And then when you're done and you're sewing in your end, you just get those last couple stitches to connect them. I think that's easy peasy, but I'm trying to think like which way is easy peasy. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get my, it's hard to get my mind like onto paper. It's hard to get my mind onto paper. Yeah, yeah, because like, does anybody agree? Does anybody have to, has anybody made like a strap for a handbag? And you're like, is this twisted? Is it not twisted? That always horrifies me. So I think I'm gonna do like the border going around, because I have a border going around the neckline before you start the pattern. So I think I'm gonna just do the border line. That way you can count your stitches really easily and know that you have the correct amount of stitches and connect it and then go from there. So I think I'm gonna, but the pattern is on the computer. I can change it easily. I've got it, but I've got that stage. It's always that between having it on your scribble notes, because my notes have, I've had this poncho pattern in my notes, like reworking it over and over and over again. um I've got notes and notes and notes, and then I'm like, okay, I've got to get these notes onto the computer. You could do beginner and intermediate pattern level. Yeah, I could say if it's easier for you to connect with the chain and go from there, you can. But for those of you who might think it's easier to do the border straight and then connect at the end, you can do that. So the stitches are the same. It's just basically, are you connecting at the chain or are you connecting after you do the border? I personally connect with the chain, but I'm always like afraid that I've twisted my chain, but I never have. But it's always in the back of my mind. Am I going to twist the chain? It's just like leaving your curling iron on. Am I going to forget and leave my curling iron on? But D, I've gotten, it's on the computer. So that's like one step closer to have it. So today, if I have time to like work on it, I'm going to try to come out here and take some product photos of this is what it's going to look like on this row. This is what it's going to look on this row, and get my pictures taken, and it's coming. It's one step closer because it is written on paper. It's printed out on paper. I've just got to fix it up a little bit. And I've got the name. It's going to be the Easy Peasy Poncho. So with a name like Easy Peasy Poncho, I've got to make sure that it is easy peasy and not like, because some people are very beginner level and they're just learning, and I want to, you know, make sure that I'm getting everybody in. And then also in my pattern, I want to be able to write that you could like customize this pattern by only doing one row of the border, or sometimes I do 2 rows of the border, and sometimes I do 3 rows of the border. It just depends on how much of that border outline I have here. Like when I'm doing the black with the rainbow, I did 3 rows of the border up here because I wanted to like get that black border and then the multicolor. Yay, excited for the pattern number 2 to change. I know, yeah. And I think I'm gonna price it for like, I don't know, $3. I don't want expensive patterns, and I know that patterns are usually between $3 and $5. But I will see, I'll see how many photos I take. Maybe the more you put into the photos and stuff and directions, you know, maybe you can go up a little more, maybe 350, something like that. I know Etsy will take out 9.5% no matter what. Etsy takes out their fees. So for my my other pattern, my scarf pattern, I priced it at $2, and I get 136. Yeah, I think I get 136 after their fees from $2. So Etsy does have its fees. All right, so I'm working up. This is number 3. I've got to do one more. So my next color, this one is the, what did we say this was? What color? Something. And then this is the 4th color. So I'm going to do one of this. I've got these done, and I'm doing this one. start at 3 and add what the fees to start at 3, then add what the fees to make total. That what many have told me for a beginner pattern. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to take photos of the different parts of it. And I have noticed that I know exactly what the counts are, but I have noticed, like, if I say, okay, do a chain and mark these certain stitches, when you're going back, like the other way, it almost seems like you're off a stitch. And then when you go back this way, it seems like you're right. And then when you go this way, it seems like you're off. So I think too that I've got to say, okay, do your border and then count your stitches and mark your thing, because I'm telling you, I have done this border like 20 times, and every single time it seems like I'm off because of going this way and this way and this way and this way. So I've got to like make sure that it's correct. I've written down a diagram of every stitch and counted to make sure I've done in the diagram. So I actually might like I actually might make like a diagram on the computer with like circles, like perfect circles and stuff on the computer to show people this is what your multiple needs to be, because it's a multiple. I think of 3 plus 2. So you can't just add 1 or subtract 1 stitch or add 1 stitch or add 2 stitches. It has to be the exact multiple or else it will not work. So I think what I might do is make up a diagram of the stitches, and that way people can like double check to make sure they have the right amount. And that's why I think another way, if I have them do the trim first, and then they know that yes, I have this amount of stitches, it will work. But if they change that amount of stitches and add 1 or 2 stitches, it's going to throw everything off. Yeah, but it's going to be finalized, and then I will send it out to, let's see, I think it was, I'm trying to think who, I know Emily was a pattern tester, and Donna from Calico was a pattern tester. Dee, you could be a pattern tester, but only if you want to, because I know you're super busy making stuff. So I don't want to like bombard you with stuff, but if you wanted to be, you could be. If you had an engine, I turn people down for pattern testing because I'm too freaking busy. I'm so busy. But I've got to take photos, and I've got to go babysit my daughter's cat. She's leaving. Why you see 3.54 or 467, a lot of patterns, they figure out the fee amount and decide and added it. Yeah. So Etsy takes 9.5%. So maybe if I want to end up with $3 for myself, I've got to find out what, like, take, say, 350 minus 9%, 9, and see what that is to end up with like 3. Because like with my scarf pattern, the pattern is $2, but I get paid $1.37, not $2. So I'll have to figure that out. And I probably need like a photo of the poncho, and I don't have any done right here. So I've got to maybe I can pull like an old photo that I've done, because they're all sold out. I've been working on the one I'm working on, but it's just not done. How many of you on here right now sell your stuff? Out of all the people that are on here, how many of you actually sell your crochet items? Does everybody on here sell? Is there anybody that does not sell? no matter what it is, no matter if it's in a fair, a market, online, on a shop. How many of you, is there anybody here that does not sell their crochet at all? Yeah, and add one of your videos to, oh, for a pattern? Can you add a video to a pattern? And I will be connecting it to, I'll have on the back, like to add the fringe, I'll be showing them that I do have a free tutorial video on YouTube. I have a tutorial on how to add fringe to your project, and maybe I'll take some making fringe projects, some photos of making the fringe. I've got to pee. I haven't tried selling it myself. My friend sold it for me at one point. You haven't sold anything? Rita, you don't sell anything either? You don't sell? I don't. I give them to my family. Oh, so lots of people don't sell. Yeah. When I first started out, I used to make the virus shawls, like like this one under here, underneath the scarf, and I would give them to the ladies at church in the community. I would just leave it on their doorstep in a little bag as a surprise. They would get a shawl, and I wouldn't even put my name, my card, or anything. I would just leave it in a bag. You know, a nice gift bag on their door, and they wouldn't even know like who made it or anything. One lady, she was in hospice at home, and she didn't have long to be around, and I brought one to her, and she was so happy to get it. She put it right on. She slept with it that night, and guess what? The next day, she was gone. But she got that shawl that night before, and her family said she was so happy. She was laying in her bed with it, and she was just had the biggest smile on her face, and she was so excited that you made that for her, because I did knock on the door and give it to her family, because she was at home, at her last few days at home. Christmas for family, yes, Rita. But I would make shawls. There was one lady who, her house burnt down. She was just very close to here. She was just like down the road. She's probably like not even a quarter of a mile. She's just basically a few streets from here. Her entire house burnt down. Something in the garage caught on fire. And she had a grand piano. She was an elderly lady, and the house burned down. She lost everything, and I made her one, brought it over to her. And she didn't even recognize me because I had like my hair up, and I think I might have had like a hat on for some reason. I think it was winter time, and I think I had like a hat for some reason. I'm not even a hat person. I'm wondering, why did I have a hat on? Oh no, it wasn't a hat. I had glasses. I had sunglasses, because it must have not been in the winter. I think it was the sunglasses. And I went up to her, and I'm like, she had like a type thing where people could go up to her and give her something, you know, in a car, because she had lost everything. So they said this certain day at this certain time between, you know, 2 and 4, if you want to drop off anything to her, you can. And so I went, I gave her a shawl, and she was like, I'm sorry, I don't even know who you are. And because I had my hair up, because I never wear my hair up for church. So it's usually all, you know, my big red hair. And I had sunglasses on, and she's like, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. And I said, I'm Melody. And she's like, Melody? And I'm like, yes. I said, I have my hair up, and I took off my sunglasses, and she's like, oh, okay. Oh, she did not recognize me, but she was like, she was standing there getting things from people over and over and over again, like stopping at her place, and they rebuilt her house. She had somebody come in and rebuild a brand new house right on the same lot eventually, and it went up super quick. I was really glad, but she lost her big beautiful piano that she had, and she lost everything in that fire. So I made her a shawl. I'm back. Nice. Last year I gave out 13 throws. Oh my gosh, that is so nice, Rita. Yeah, and I used to give so much. I would crochet and knit all year long, and then at the end of the year there was always like a drive for hats and stuff for needy kids or needy families or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I would just take everything that I made and just give it to them. Tots, maybe it was like something Tots coat something. Can't remember. It was some charity where they would collect coats and hats and stuff for the winter, and I would just give, instead of giving like our used hats and stuff, I would give everything that I crocheted as far as like hats and mittens and scarves and stuff to that. All right, so I'm working on dishcloth number 3 for Cheryl. I've got the hustle in my, I've got the song The Hustle in my head. I'm listening to the music. It's like sound music's rainforest. So it's just, if you're hearing that in the background, that's what it is. Because I can't stand the silence. Do it. I've got that intro in my head. Yesterday, the song that I had in my head was "How do you solve a problem like Maria?" I had that in my head all day long. Sophie was like, "What are you singing?" And I'm like, "How do you solve a problem like Maria?" And she's like, "Where? What is that?" And I'm like, "From The Sound of Music." I said, because I had a lady on my live and her name was Maria, and I had that song stuck in my head. And Wicked is coming out. That's going to be so popular. I got to start making like green stuff. Something that would go with Wicked. We got to see that play when we went to New York on one of our family trips. I think it was 2012. We went to New York for Christmas and New Year's. Yes, and it's stuck in my head. I sung that. Okay, so today's song that I have stuck in my head, Dee, is the intro to The Hustle. Ooh, do it. Ooh. I have that intro stuck in my head to The Hustle. Dun, 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 dun. I think I would rather have this song than yesterday's song. But now this one is in my head for some reason. I don't even think I heard it today. I don't know where it came from, but I think it's the total silence in here. And my head is like, we have to be listening to something. So my head is playing the music for me. Some sell for $5 or $6. Yeah, I have seen that, but I don't know that I want, like, I don't know. I just feel like I think my patterns are going to be, especially where I'm starting out, you know, it's probably going to be, maybe it's going to be between 350, something like that, 350, 375, 380, something like that. But I know I've got to put the work. If I'm going to be making a pattern that is going to be charging that, I've got to put the work into like making it like a lot of pictures and diagrams and stuff. So I've just got to have the time. I can do it. I've just got to have the time. Like my daughter's supposed to be stopping by today, tomorrow, and every day that my daughter is gone, we have to drive all the way up to her place, which is 35 minutes away, and feed her cat, make sure everything's all good, and then drive all the way back. So that's over an hour. That's like an hour and a half at least. That's like gone every day now for the next, I don't know how long. She might be gone like the whole weekend. So that's gonna like take time out of my entire day. I spent the my day. Yesterday, cleaning the deck furniture. Yes, I know. Oh, I don't know about you. Do you take your cushions in? So I had to take all of my cushions in off of my patio furniture because of that squirrel that was eating all of my cushions. So if you look outside, like right now, can I switch this camera around? Yeah. All right. So this is my deck furniture. Or not deck, but our patio furniture out there. There's no, see, we've got a chair here and a chair there. There's no cushion on it because of the squirrel eating the cushions. So I had to take all those cushions off. But all of that wrought iron is sort of like covered with a layer of dirt and dust because every time we get wind and any type of like big wind, storm, rain, or anything, it just leaves like a layer of dirt on everything. And I will go out there and wash everything off, and sometimes I'll use like WD-40 and make it look all nice and polished, the wrought iron, and then we get another dust storm. Oh my gosh. Okay. My husband is at the bank and he needs me to go and do some stuff. Darn it, I'm not going to get an hour in here. Ugh. Could you sell a bundle for the scarf, ear warmer, and neck warmer at a higher price? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I've seen that where they bundle patterns. Yeah, I've got to do a pattern for the neck, the ear, and I'm going to do a neck one in that, and then I'm also going to be doing a shawl version of this too. So I've just got to do it. You need to bump that up. You need to bump that up. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh. I wanted to get a solid hour in here. I think he said I'm going to be getting a text. Let me check to see if I got the text. I'm asking him, he says I'm going to get an email that I need to sign. So I said, do I send it back? Am I needing to send it back now? I'm hoping to just put him on hold for just 1 second so I can get 60 minutes out of this live. Oh, yes, your last. Okay, oh my gosh. This is so aggravating. All right. Hold on, guys. I gotta put you on, hold on for 1 second. Oh, guys, oh my gosh, they're so freaking aggravating. All right, so guys, I'm gonna wait until it's 60 minutes. I'm only like a minute and a half away, and then I gotta get off live, go in, turn on my computer, print out an email, do something, and send it back to them with a code on it. But they're gonna have to wait because I need to get these 60 minutes in. So I'm just gonna play dumb for a little bit. I need to get these 60 minutes in. It's just like a minute away. And then I'm going to have to end my live and go in there. They can just wait and talk amongst themselves at the bank. Our dang husbands. He's going to be leaving next week. He's going to be gone for a month. So it's going to be nice and quiet. For a month. He's got to go winterize. Okay, come on. I got 20 seconds more. And then I'm going to go a little bit longer because I want to make sure I get 60 minutes in. You can just wait for a second. If I don't hurry up, he's going to be calling me. All right, I've made my 60 minutes. I'm just waiting a few more. I'm going to wait like 30 seconds more because last time I thought I had 60 minutes and I logged off and it said 59 minutes, 0.51 seconds. And it's like, what? I didn't get my hour. So I need to rack up 4,000 watch hours. So that's why I'm trying to do these lives on YT to rack up my watch hours. All right, this is dishcloth number 3. I still gotta make one more, and then I gotta work on my poncho pattern, my easy peasy. I want to make sure that it's easy peasy, so I gotta make it easy peasy. For me, it's easy peasy, but I gotta make sure that the way I write it, it's easy peasy for people to understand. All right, I'm at 61 minutes, so that should be good. I should be good, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that watched. I appreciate it. You gave me some watch hours, so thank you so much. Where are you in your hubs, in your hours now? I think I'm at 6 something. I think I went from 567 to 612, I think. So I'll see what I am later today. Maybe I'll send you like a screenshot if I remember, G, of what I am now. But I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. I was at 8 something, and then I was at 9 something yesterday. I need 1,000 subscribers, and I need 4,000 watch hours. So that's my goal. Oh, you missed a lot of it, Raj, and I have to get off because my husband's at the bank and he needs me to sign something, so I got to get off. Bye, guys. I gotta do something for my husband. Sorry, I gotta log off. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.